In today's video, I will show you how I took my own drawing from when I was, I think, a year or 5, put it into Affinity Photo and breathe in some new life into it. What's up everybody, my name is Rens, or how you might know me as IAMRENSI. I'm a Dutch digital artist, and in today's video I want to take my own kids' drawings from when I was a little kid. Kids have an amazing imagination, and unfortunately, as we become adults, our imagination just becomes less and less. So what I've decided is to take my own kids' drawings, put it into Affinity Photo, use photos, effects, adjustment layers, etc. to bring it back to life. Alright, let's go. Alright, so here's today's drawing, and obviously this is a crocodile, and the first thing that we want to do is grab the pen tool and make an outline, or actually a vector shape of our crocodile. So let me zoom in a little bit and let me be as precise as I can. You can see that I'm using a black outline so that I can actually see clearer where my outline is going. Alright, so there we go, there we have our shape, and now I'm gonna fill it in with some crocodile color. So let's say this color or something, maybe a little darker, and I will keep the stroke for now. So next thing that we want to do is fill this in with some crocodile texture. So to do this, I found one image, that is this image right over here, and I'm gonna use this to paste it in our texture. So I'm gonna rasterize it first so that it becomes a pixel layer. Let's call this texture. And what I want to do now is simply select a part of this crocodile with the quick selection brush, like so. So now you can see we've got this texture on its own layer, and now we can actually position it the way we want it to be. So I will position it right around here, and I will use the mesh warp tool to kind of reshape our crocodile texture. Alright, I think this looks about fine, so let's hit apply. And now we want to start with the mouth of the crocodile. So we can actually use the same picture for this. Let me find this face, and we're gonna use the mouth of this crocodile actually. So let's make a selection and let's press Command J again to put it on its own layer, and there we go, there we have our mouth shape. So now I'm just gonna put it into place, and I'm gonna reshape it, and we can also use the mesh warp tool. Alright, something like this looks fine to me, so I press apply, and this I can simply copy. So I press Command J to duplicate it, and I will right click it and flip it vertically so that we can put it as lower part of the mouth as well. Same thing, gonna grab the mesh warp tool and I'm gonna reshape it in place. Alright, this looks pretty good. Let's hit apply for now, and don't worry about the edges, I can actually fix it right now. So I will just press E to select my eraser tool, and I will use a harder brush, let's say around 60-70%, to reshape it in place. Reduce the opacity so we can see what we're doing. Maybe do that first and position it like right so, and then we're gonna use the eraser tool, kind of get rid of the excess pixels. And this looks pretty fine to me actually. We can stick to the shape, so that, and same for the top layer. So let's call this one lower jaw, or lower jaw, and this is gonna be the upper jaw. And let's use the eraser tool as well. So let's reduce the opacity and maybe put it into place a little better, like so, and use the eraser tool to make it a nice shape. Alright, so now we've got the jaw into place, and we actually have got the body into place. Now you can see that we have got a lot of overlapping right over here, so we can actually mask some parts of our texture out, and let's actually call this one body. And let's jump into the mask, and we press B so we can mask some stuff out to blend it better together. Lower the opacity if you want to have a better transition. All right, this looks pretty good. Now we need some feet actually, and the tail. So let's see if we can find something. So I found this image can use for the paws. So let's try to select it, something like so. So let's rasterize it first and then press Command J so that we can just put it on its own layer. And now we have this nice texture that we can use, create the paws. And let's select the first one, and now we're gonna reshape. So let's go to our mesh warp tool again, and we're simply gonna shape this in place. All right, so let's hit apply, and let's use our mask to reshape it. There we go. So let's go to the second one, and I can actually copy this one instead. So let's copy this one and move it over. And simply reshape it again a little. All right, let's hit apply. Let's do the same thing, create a mask and fix this mask. So that's the second ball. Copy this one over. And then the last ball. All right, so let's do the same thing. Let's get into the mask, reduce the opacity, and let's reshape the paws. And the last ball as well. So we jump into the mask and we reshape it. All right, there we go. So let's put the opacity of all paws back to 100% so we can actually fully see them. And now we need some tail. So let's do this with the rest of the body. So let's collapse these ones. And let's go to the body. Need any more. And let's grab our lasso tool and let's just grab this part of the body and press Command J, duplicate it. And now we can move this one right over here and we can reshape the tail out of it. Alright, so now we have everything into place and now it's time to add some color or to adjust the color so that they actually match. So let's start with the paws, and I think we can do the same color corrections everywhere, so I group all of them together. I call this group paws. And let's go into this group and let's do a white balance layer. So we gonna add some blue. And we're gonna maybe add some green. This looks about nice. So let's add a layer mask or a group mask. And let's blend the paws together with the body. Now, the next thing we need is the eye. So let's go back to Unsplash. And for the eye, I found this image. So all we need is, I'm gonna grab the lasso tool. First, I'm gonna rasterize the layer. Then I'm gonna grab the lasso tool and I'm actually gonna make a quick selection around the eye. Maybe I need a little more, so let's use the quick selection brush. And let's press, once we're happy, let's press Command J to put it on its own layer. And there we've got our eye. So I want to put this eye into place like so. And shape it so it actually fits our eye. I think that looks about fine. Now the only thing that I want to change is the pupil, so I will actually grab a copy of the pupil as well and press Command J to put it on its own layer. So now we have pupil on its own layer, and now we can actually use the clone stamp tool to get rid of this one because we're not gonna need it. I actually want to place it somewhere else. And you can see from the original one that the pupil is at the front, so it's looking forward. So we're gonna try to recreate the same with this one. So I will actually make it a lot bigger. Something like so. And put it right around here. And now I'm gonna use a layer mask to mask the stuff out that we don't need. So it's like everything around it. Alright, so the next thing that we need are the teeth, and maybe first let's blend in the eye a little better. So let's grab my mask or create a layer mask, and let's mask out some stuff right over here. And it's actually the background, so you don't need to worry about this. So let's try to fix the color. So these combined are the eye. And let's maybe white balance layer and add a lot of blue, quite some green. Actually match it with the rest of our crocodile. Now I don't want this to affect the eye itself, I only want it to affect the skin around the eye, so I will use my brush tool and brush in with black to get back the original color of the eye. So there we've got our eye. Now we need some teeth. Rasterize the image and press Command J again to create it or to put it on its own layer. There we've got our tooth. And horizontally and make it a lot bigger actually. Vertically. And position like how we want it. So that's number one. I want to copy it again. And copy it once again. And now we want to have 2 more or 3 more actually. So let's copy one more. Flip it vertically. And hit apply. And do that once again. And maybe once more. Here in the corner. Alright, so all of these layers are the teeth, if I'm correct. So the upper teeth, group these, upper teeth, and these are the lower teeth. And now we want to blend the colors better, of course, or maybe we can simply mask it out. So let's group everything together so we have all the teeth together. Actually, we can simply put it behind our body layer. So let's see how that works out. Jaws. There we go. So let's brush out the stuff that we don't need. And let's get rid of curve layer. So there's some stuff that we need to fix around the eye. So eye, let's create a group mask and let's brush this part out. Now the last part that we need are the nails. So there we have all, and let's bring it into place. Now, of course, our crocodile needs somewhere to live, some place to live where he can be happy, and I found this beautiful background for him. So let's drag him into his place. Let's drag the background below the crocodile and let's move it a little bit. Something like so. And let's grab our crocodile and let's somewhere. Maybe he's walking here on the branch, being super happy because why not? Alright, this looks pretty cool. Now let's add some tiny little shadows. So I grab my brush tool and I will just make one dot right over here and kind of make it fit to the ball. And I will simply copy and paste this one to the other balls as well. Doesn't really need one, but this one definitely. Alright, so let's reduce the opacity that it's not too obvious. And I think this looks pretty super cool. Okay, maybe we can add some shadows to make it look more realistic. So I will create an exposure adjustment layer and reduce the exposure. Then I press Command I to reduce the opacity. And now with a soft brown brush, maybe 24 or 30% opacity, and with white we can actually brush in some shadows on our crocodile to give it some more 3D. Alright, and that's how I've recreated my own kid's drawing, and that's how I've put it into real life. Alright guys, and that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you like this concept of the video. So to take my own kids' drawings and perhaps in the future take the drawings of other kids, of your kids, or I don't know, and to put it into reality. So if you like this type of video, let me know in the comments down below. And if you like it, then I really enjoy creating more of these videos. Alright, so if you like this video specifically, please leave a like. If you like my content in general, or if you use Affinity Photo and you want to learn more, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me, and then I hope to see you in my next video. Alright, ciao!